So hopefully you guys are wrapping up the writing portion of it. We're going to get into the open mic part. So the way that this is going to work is, like, got my little pad. Can you grab that? Thank you. So the way it's going to work is we have some people that had signed up. Thank you for the open mic. And when I call your name, you can come up here. You can read what you wrote. You can bring a prepared piece. That's totally fine too. And because it's really annoying to go first, I am going to go first. Sorry. So let's see. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to struggle through this. I had some revisions to make, but I'm just going to kind of go off the cuff here and see what I wrote here. Okay. So I did option number 2 for the writing prompt. Okay. So I have dirt. My poppy saw me plant my 2 lips on my man Ernie. Apparently, he was stalking us from the house. He propped the gate open and popped out with a pistol. "Leave us alone," I screamed. "How rude," I said. "My man, he's so fine. And accept that he's my boo, okay? I want his love for the rest of my days. In fact, we will marry. Gold rings have already been bought." Well, my man springs into his car and puts the pedal to the metal. And my poppy yells, "Be gone, you pansy!" What was Lil Lee doing putting his puny arms around you? The way he looked at you, he had fertile eyes. Thank you. Tried to use all of the words, but I don't think I did up on that board up there. But cool. So I'm gonna call your name, and then when I call the name, you can come up here and just give a little clap when you hear the name, because it's intimidating to stand up here. And one thing that's a little bit different about our open mics is that we do an optional reflection. So what is a reflection? It is always kind, and the best ones are specific, okay? And so I may remind you, after you read, I'll be like, "Do you want a reflection?" And you don't have to have one. But if you want one, it can be really helpful, especially if you are working on your craft and trying to improve. Tell us what you liked specifically about the piece, right? So for an example, I'm going to ask for a reflection. So anything you heard that you liked, that you remembered, that made you laugh, I'd love to hear it.
Very creative.
Thank you, Terry.
I'm just like, you're very expressive. Like, you didn't just read it, you're very expressive as you read it.
Thank you, Curtis. Appreciate that. Great. Great examples. I know I put you on the spot there because you didn't know what it was before I asked you, but now you know, and now you can kind of be listening for that for upcoming ones. Okay, so second up to the mic, we've got Curtis Parks. Give it up for Curtis. Oh, and Terry's on deck. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So let's see. I took the writing prompt. You know, I don't know if this was how to do it, but let's see. All right. Looking closer, I saw that it was alive. I'd heard this restaurant was hopping, but the frog in my soup was unexpected. The waiter thought I was pulling his leg. However, the toad was alive and well in my chowder, and he started to rivet even louder and prouder. I became entranced and mesmerized, but wasn't going to take a bite or a sip. The waiter tried to dip, but I was firm and wanted to learn how a living amphibian was swimming in my simmering dinner. My date was aghast and took a pass. When the manager came to take the plate, I took a pause on my meal since it had lost its dinner appeal to this amphibious swimmer. My mind was set, even though I lost my lunch. I had found a new pet. exercise. But do we just stay with this one, or to come back and do my bit? I do stand up. Do I do that now, right at the prompt, or do we do all the prompts and then?
Yeah, well, let's do a reflection on this one,
Okay, cool.
and then we'll get through everybody, and then we'll circle
Yeah,
back
that
and do
makes sense,
round
that
two.
makes sense.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Cool. Would you like reflection?
Yeah, sure. I'll take reflection from you.
I have one.
Okay.
I loved the alliteration and the internal rhymes that you had throughout. The living amphibian simmering in my dinner was just like it makes my brain happy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got to work out my pun muscle. My girl will love that. She loves puns.
Oh, that's awesome. Sounds like a keeper.
I was gonna say that same like phrasing, the simmering in the amphibian, like that stuck with me too. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, thanks.
Perfect bun.
Yeah.
Great bun at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
yeah.
new pet, love it.
Yeah, I was halfway through. I was like, how am I going to end this? Yeah, he keeps it. That's how somehow I'm going to get around and keep it.
Awesome. Any other reflections for Curtis?
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Great. And next up we have Terry, and on deck we have Grant.
Good? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. This is my first time. All right.
Aw, yay.
This weekend, I arose early to a beautiful daisy. Rick put his tulips on mine, and I was feeling pretty poppy. I love to play in my garden, but I wanted to plant seeds from my pan. See? In one area, I have tree, not 4 flowering bushes. Soil, I worked all morning. It all stems from my love of flowers. Oh no, I need to get some raid. Be gone, ya bugs. At the end of the day, I relaxed with a glass of wine. My old poppy showed up with a Budweiser to admire my work, and my son, Herb, had a root beer. I'm going to leave the planting of more seeds till another time.
Oh, yes. Terry, would you like some reflections?
Oh, sure.
Great.
I love the Vine Budweiser root beer son. Like I love then we've got all the beverages.
Oh.
I just thought it was really funny. It was like how many drink puns with the flowers.
Flowers.
But yeah, I loved it.
You nailed that writing prompt. I love the pant seeds for my pansy because it was both a pun and a rhyme, so that's like extra credit. And then I love the Budweiser Herb and the root beer. Yes, nailed it. I loved it.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Any other reflections for Terry?
When you said tree, like very easily brought your tree to it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great job, Terry. Okay, and next up we've got Grant with Terrence on deck. And then we have some open, if you didn't write your name down, but you would like to read, we have some space for that. There you go, bud.
Hello, everybody. So I've got this piece, and then after I'm going to do a thing. I took Bloom, and I made 2 characters, Elmo and Bo. In the spring of 1877, 2 hopeful farmers purchased plots of fertile land in a valley basin outside New Hampshire. Elmo, a nimble bean sprout of a man, bearded and bright eyes, bought a plot upon a hill, as it reminded him of his Irish homeland. He hoped to grow bushels of blueberries to sell in the town square for the elderly widows to bake their pies with. Elmo appeared in April of that spring. Bo, on the other hand, rather obese, pinkish German immigrant, about 10 years Elmo's senior, came to the basin bringing strawberry seeds to plant. Bo's plot of land fell below the hill that Elmo bought, a lesser desired spot for the strawberry growing. But as he came in May, he may have missed his chance to claim the basin's hill It was a cloudy day in May when the two men met at the divide between the mile marker that would keep their respective parts of land divided. The relationship as neighbors became thorny quickly as conflicts arose. Elmo almost mowed over Mo's toes when the two met. Mo felt overshadowed by Elmo's hill plot already. His obvious abundance of wealth to already have one of the newest Model M push mowers made Mo more mad than most men would have been. He swore to outdo Elmo's arrogant fruit with the might of his own labor. That's all I got.
Whoa, nice. You want some reflections?
That's creativity. I love that you went with a narrative, delivered the puns, and delivered it. I didn't know if it could be funny like the whole way through. And you brought in some drama. That was really,
Yeah, totally.
I really like the imagery.
I love like the real conflict, like the actual problem. Not that it needed to be solved. It's just like, oh, man, they kind of have to be.
Yeah, there's half a page. Who knows what else could come up? Thank you guys.
I'm impressed by how much you got in there in that time. That was like very impressive. I loved your Irish accent that you started to get into. That was very interesting. The thorny relationship that made Mo more mad. Yeah, that alliteration there was really good. And Mo's. That was, yes. Great work.
Thank you very much.
Yes. All right, next up, we've got Terrence, and then start thinking about, for those of you that haven't performed, we would love to have you up, and we will just kind of, and then after everyone that wants to go up goes up, then we've got some extra time. We're here till 9, so feel free to come up again, and Curtis, I know you'll perform your stand-up again too, so give it up for Terrence.
I wasn't feeling super funny today, but I took prompt 1 and I wrote like a poem letter thing to the sun. Dear sun, what flower blooms without a seed, the weeds devour, greed with greed. In spring we prune the family tree. Wet soil gives spoils our people free. The storms of life come as they may. Dark rooms don't bloom from winter days. Winter freezes, passion dies. Looking closer, I saw that it was alive. Please don't give up my only son. That's S-U-N, just for puns. My soul is yours, and please believe, or don't, I don't know, I smoke too much weed.
Awesome. Reflections? Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with how beautiful that was, and then it ended on like smoking weed. That was my favorite. I was like, oh my god, this is so lovely, and then I was like, punchline, love it.
It really took a turn, didn't
That's
it?
my favorite like combination. So I think it's great.
It's real smooth reading too. Really good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Really smooth.
Whatever I am, like that was. Blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
I will listen to you narrate.
I was gonna say your voice.
Oh, yeah.
Get to you.
Love the green with greed, the soil line. That was great. The sun, S-U-N, just for puns. Taurus. I feel like you put that in there just for me. Thank you. Yeah, that was very clever and original. And I love that you used the line in the middle of your piece. That was like a fun, unexpected little gift right in the middle of it. So yeah, you're welcome. Great job. Okay, so anyone else that didn't sign up that would like to go? Carolyn?
Sure.
All right, Carolyn, who is our social media manager at Unspoken. She's just such a queen. And yeah, and she actually also runs shows here at ColdTowne Theater right next door and does some social media work for them. And big shout out to ColdTowne too for hosting us. And yeah, give it up for ColdTowne and give it up for Carolyn.
Okay, I didn't totally finish this, but let y'all know what I have. I'm being held captive by a garden gnome. Most Daisy leaves me be, but he has some real dirt on me and I'm planning my landscape. I just don't feel comfortable pawing the crops about it, you know? I wouldn't call him a stalker, but he's rooting for me to stay stuck in the mud and all he listens to is puns and roses. Like, dude, get clover yourself. There's a small army of his gnomies guarding the exit. Truth be told, they look like pansies to me. While sometimes I say to myself, Dahlia better leaf when he freesia, pedal to the metal, and begonia, and don't look back. I grabbed my pistol, but vowed not to resort to violence. I looked for a bus or train, but we live in such a carnation that public transit is hard to find in a
Nice.
all in a day's work.
Oh my God, crushed it. So clever, so clever. I loved the entire thing. The carnation. I was trying to work that one in, and I was like, I didn't have it. So glad you got that. Most Daisy leaves me be, and that first line just killed. So I hope you do something with this. This has potential, girl. Anyone else for
It's
Carolyn?
really creative, great puns. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. No one probably wants to go after Carolyn's. I know I wouldn't.
Again. I'll do my
Anyone else like to come up and share anything? No? Kristen, yeah? You raise your hand?
Do
It's
it.
a little dark back there, I couldn't see. Okay, give it up for Kristen!
It's like not really that creative, so I'm gonna lower the mic a little bit. Yeah. Mine's not that creative and not that long, but I'm gonna put myself out there. All right. Hey, bud, are you going to book an event with me? You know, tulips are better than one when it comes to getting the word out. Marigold rose to the occasion and seeded some positive feedback for the event as well. If you want to blow some more on this event and soil your good name, be my guest. I planted only good vibes and seeded success, but you've been planting bad vibes and I'm leafing. I know everyone else will be gone. I know everyone else will be gone soon too. Just know I'm rooted in success and can't scream for anything else.
Yay. I love the soil your good name. Love that. And rooted in success. That was because you are rooted in success. So it's true. Yeah, those are my favorite ones.
I really like that you had like a distinct like voice and point of view. Like I felt like you had a real perspective that then you were incorporating the puns into, which I really enjoy.
Anyone else like to go up? Are you raising your arms?
He's raising both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Wrote some story.
Yay!
All right, so this is how to turn weeds into daisies. I wrote 2 stories. About 2 years ago, both these events happened at the same time. I wanted to I was looking for some business leads, and so I signed up for a leadership summit with the Austin Business Journal. I woke up early, went to my yoga class on Cesar Chavez, didn't give a fuck if I showed up sweaty or not, parked in the garage of the Austin Public Library, because that's what the event was, changed in the parking lot, and started to get ready to walk into this networking event. Networking events are a little challenging for me, so getting psyched up in the parking lot, getting ready to walk in to meet and greet a bunch of people. As I entered into the door, I saw a 10-foot banner with a large woman on it. So that's interesting. I looked around and there's a lot of women here in blazers and pantsuits. And look back at the banner, and it was a Women's Leadership Summit. I was the only guy in the lobby. Decision point: do I stay or do I go? This is also in the middle of my mind. It's like Me Too movement. Like this is going to be weird. Are they going to start to alienate me? So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to stay. There's a saying the kids have, like, lean into the cringe. So this is going to be cringy. Let's just see where this goes. So I snuck in and I sat down in a chair, hoping no one would notice me. And this woman turned next to me with a big smile and said, "Hi, how are you?" And that woman today is still a good friend. You now work with her husband, and it all comes full circle. So that day just taught me to lean into the cringe, have fun, and just be myself. So to close out the story, there was a lot of high-powered women there that were offering free mentorship to women. I didn't partake in that. I wanted the women to have their event, but I was there to cheer them on. So that was story one about how to turn weeds into daisies. Number two happened the same year. I'm always looking for ways to improve my communication skills. And so when a storytelling workshop came my way, I said, I'm going to do this. It was at the local library here on Amherst. I knew where it was. I grew up down the street. So I get in my car on a Saturday afternoon. I'm going to the storytelling workshop, feeling a lot of excitement. I'm working on stories. Walk into the library, step into the room, and I see a bunch of 9 and 10-year-olds sitting on little chairs and little tables. I said, oh my gosh. Look to the back of the room, and there's a bunch of parents standing back there. It was a storytelling workshop for kids. Put on by a science fiction author, beautiful woman, covered in tattoos. And I said, you know what? I'm going all in. So I walked up to the table, sat in the little chair, the little table. She comes up to me. She says, are you sure you want to stay? I was like, I'm cool with it if you are. I said, let's go. So partook in a storytelling workshop for 9 and 10-year-olds. I learned a lot that day, that 9 and 10-year-olds are way more creative than I am. Really stretched my imagination. I had a really good conversation with the author. I had a bit of a crush on her. Her husband was in the back with her parents. But, yeah, so I find myself in awkward moments a lot. And what I was reflecting on as I was writing them is I can't create them. So spontaneity, spice of life, right? Well, spontaneity plays a huge role in my creativity, and I'm just really thankful that I stayed and had those experiences, and I'm able to now share them with a room full of people. So I hope that you go out this week and have a weird, cringy experience and stay through it. Turn it into a daisy. So
Yay! Can I give you some reflection?
Sure.
Well, I'm really glad that you stayed and you ran up here and shared that story, because I feel like I know you a little better, and it makes me feel like you're the type of person that challenges themselves and prioritizes growth, which is very on theme too. I love the first story, how you like the lean into the cringe, and then the second one, like the build up that you created before we realized that it was a room full of 9 and 10-year-olds was like very fun. I was like very invested in what was about to happen. So I thought you did a great job, and also how you used the stage and made eye contact was very effective. Yeah. Any other reflections for Jonathan?
As someone that also finds themselves in awkward situations a lot, I really appreciate the message of just like lean into it and be wherever you are in the moment.
Thank you.
And leads to
Yeah. I had like how to frame that for what I was doing.
It worked. It worked. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Good work.
Right. Anyone else like to share before we bring Curtis back up? No? Okay. Without further ado, Curtis, you want to come back up and share your stand-up for us? So excited.
Well, I'd really like to thank this room. This is really supportive room. This is really cool. I really dig this. I liked your yes and. You know, like a lot of people would have been like, one, you don't seem to read the whole description of events, you know? You seem to just read the title, but you seem to like, yeah, I'm gonna go with it instead of some people would have left, but you seem to come out on top. But yeah, I'm new to Texas. I'm just here for a couple weeks, but I originally grew up in Panama City and then lived in New York, and there's no two cities more different in this country than Panama City, Florida, and New York City, New York. None. Especially the way they see guns. You know, I don't know how Texas feels about guns, but in Panama City, I don't know a Floridian that doesn't have guns. They just don't. Yeah, you know, like even my grandma, like, do you really need these? She's like, I need to protect this house. I'm like, Grandma, you're gonna hurt your shoulder if you even shot that shotgun. You know, and the most valuable thing in this house are the guns. You know, that's the most valuable thing in this house. You know, and I've never been in New York on the train and been like, oh, you know what? I'd be a lot safer if everybody's packed. You know, I've definitely been walking in Florida and been like, hear something rustle in the bushes, like, who's got a gun? Who's got? I don't know what's over there. But I don't know if you guys know it, but in this country, there's actually half the states. You know, since we're so Second Amendment, over half the states, they can't not sell you a gun just because you're blind. Let me say this again. They can't not sell you a gun just because you are legally blind in this country. All right? Wow. So in over half the states, you can just walk into a Dick's Sporting Goods just like AR-15? Oh, yeah, oh, you're over here? Oh, yes, all right. And I like a silencer because my ears are sensitive. So I think we'll have shooting eye dogs before we have sensible gun laws in this country. You know, you just have blind shooting eye dogs for the blind. You're like, bang, 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 bang. Did you get him? That's how crazy this country is. And I'll give you this one. Any parents in here? Yeah, one parent. I'm a new dad. Yeah. So, I'm trying to be a good dad, you know. But sometimes I feel like a bad cop, you know. I'm chasing this toddler around, you know. It's like, hey, what's in your hands? What do you have? What's in your? Hey, show me your hands. What do you got? I said stop. I said stop. Oh, what do you? Oh, you didn't. You ain't got nothing. Did you swallow it? Did you swallow? You ain't. Oh, you didn't do nothing. Then what you running for? And then I shoot him. And that's how I just focus. But anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive. And this is I'm really glad. I didn't really know what this was for anyway. I'm really glad I came here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we give some reflections?
Oh yeah, that would be great.
I mean, your use of props. Mad props to you. And loved your energy, the projection that you gave up there. For what you running for. That was very fun. I enjoyed that. And yeah, I liked the commentary that you had about how crazy this world is with the gun situation. I'm in complete agreement. So thanks for sharing your point of view. Yeah.
Anything?
Anyone else? What reflections you heard?
I had all the same things. I love your physicality and just I feel like you really it's like a little stage and you just showed up on the stage. Just cool. So.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so you got a little bit or
That's good.
Yeah, that's the bit I want to do for if I get on ColdTowne. I think that's right about.
Oh yeah,
about a minute.
Yeah. Love to see you on ColdTowne. That'd be amazing.
Thanks.
Great.
Cool. Thank you guys. Thank you.
All right, this is the last call for anyone that wants to come up and share. You want to come up again, Grant?
Yeah,
We have time.
Yeah. It's not Bloom, but can I use the piano? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got to perform for anybody in a long time, about a year or so. Oh God, can I get it? Yeah. like double up on his pianos.
Alright, that's fine. Great. Good?
Yeah, it's
Perfect. Do you want the mic over there?
no, I'm okay.
Cool. This is exciting.
Yeah, I've been writing music for about a year and a half, and I wanted to come here and just share a song for y'all that I've been working on a little bit. I had a dream about a year ago that I woke up and was like, that was incredibly vivid. I need to journal about that, and it drew me a little piece. It was like one of those really surreal dreams where you just feel everything and just feel that sixth sense. It was about gargoyles. So here's this song. I met a man named Sam. The most peculiar thing to stop and think about it. I met a girl named Tam, and we were in love. They stopped and looked at the time. Superimposed into an the bottom was at the end, and that was fine. They were programmed, and they were made for each other. And so they sat there and they took it all in. And Tim was 3 feet tall. Tim was an angel that belonged in Central Park. Their minds were TV static, but they didn't need to talk. They mostly just held hands and watched atrocities of war and men around them. I wondered if they knew that time would go. They were programmed. They were made for each other. So they sat there and they took it all. They were right there. At the end of the day, just an example of love that we're watching. I saw them in a museum. The most peculiar thing to stop and think about it.
Beautiful.
Anyone else want to come share? Like,
just do an impromptu if you want. All right, Terrence, awesome. Yeah, we've got some time.
It's like I always have stuff I can't.
Yeah, feel free. Feel free. We've got plenty of time.
I'm not feeling funny today, but I'm gonna try and be funny. I'm gonna try and shake that
You already
off.
got some laughs.
Fun fact about me, honest fact about me. I'm a liar. Where my fellow liars at? I'm a liar.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your best lie? Just your best lie.
Best lie.
Yes, sir.
Really, best lie.
Come on, make it
Oh,
up. You're
that
right.
a caveat, but I studied at Oxford.
Did you?
I did, but I failed the class.
So you tell people you graduated?
No, but I
What makes it a lie then?
because it insinuates that like I passed I studied at Oxford.
So I'm talking about a liar, not a liar of omission.
Okay.
Like a lie.
Why? I love you. Oh.
I love you too. See, we're both liars. Let me tell you, my best lie. I used to work at this oil change place when I was 25. And on the way out the door one time, I was like, hey, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I never went back. The messed up part was I lived across the street from this place. So when it came time for me to go into work, I was just like peeking out the window, just like, nah, I'm not going back. They were across the street with their arms folded up and stuff. And I don't understand why they were mad because I said I would see them tomorrow. And I peeked out the window and I saw them. And it was tomorrow. So I feel like my parents made me a liar. It's their fault. They used to lie to me about dumb stuff back in the day. Like they had me thinking it was illegal to have the overhead light on in the car at night. What's the overhead light for? Like, you can't have it on at night. I let that go though. I got over that. But there's one lie that my mom told me that I'll never get over. I remember like it was yesterday. I was 10 years old, and she had just caught me watching porn for the first time. Don't judge me. It's not early. And she was about to whip my ass, which is fair. It's fair. My mom could never whoop my ass and just get it over with. She always had to give me like a pre-ass whooping speech, like a pre-game hype for herself, which is, I don't get it. Whatever. And she looked my 10-year-old self in the face and told me, if you keep doing what you were just doing, you're gonna grow a pair of titties. She's like, do you want that? And I'm like, yes. I just spent 3 hours searching for the perfect pair of titties. You're telling me if I keep this up, I can have my own? Of course that's what I want. Like if jacking off gave men titties, every man would be double D'd up. The business model would be ruined. We'd have world peace. But too bad my mom's a liar. But that's it, guys. That's all I got.
Any questions?
Yes. I'll take questions.
Love the titties joke. That was paramount for me.
I enjoy how relaxed you are on stage and how effortless it seems for you to communicate. It's like you're having a conversation with us, and it just like flows naturally. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. Your delivery.
I'm new to the crew and I'm not sure what reflections are, but I'm gonna assume. Your transitions weren't even a transition. It just like you said, flowed. And some like acts or comedians, you're like, that wasn't funny. What's next? Like with you, like I was waiting to hear what was next. Like it was, you have a presence. Like, it's not confusing things.
Thank you. Aw.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, friend. Welcome in. We're doing an event with an open mic night, and we've got an open mic. And Carolyn, do you want to come up and do another piece?
Sure.
Love to have you. And if you'd like to come up too after Carolyn, you are welcome.
Yeah, James.
James.
How's it
James.
So the microphone, you talk into it.
What she said.
It's any open mic. There's a pun event, but you can do whatever. Should I do? I have a punny piece and then I have stand up.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a?
Or stand up.
Okay, but the punny piece is about death, so it's like funny and also
I
not funny.
say both.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit, all right, in a row.
Yeah.
What should we start with?
The punny piece.
The punny piece. Okay, yeah. It's a little bit of a downer. Not a downer.
Well,
Okay.
it is kind of on theme because it's Bloom. Something
Yeah.
Like death is a part of life and growth, right?
So true. So this is called The Puns We Leave Behind, and I had it, I performed it in a pun spoken competition in 2022.
Yeah, and
Maybe,
you won.
and
you
I
won.
And I won. No big
Yeah.
deal. Okay, it's been a minute. As family legend has it, when my second cousin took custody of the cremated remains of her cruel and abusive husband, she took them up a hill, grabbed a fistful of ash, blew it to the wind, and said, "That's the last blowjob you'll ever get, motherfucker."
Oh.
And that's how I know we're related. We are relatives, and grief is both relative and absolute. It transcends ego and karma, distance, estrangement. At some point, we all find ourselves making arrangements. Are you thinking of an open casket? That remains to be seen. This is a poem with jokes about death like, "Cadaver, I hardly know her," or "Hey girl, I could get lost in demise." It's a big undertaking with pretty public execution, a laughter that swells to a sad resolution. Some say that puns are a dying art, but I think the world could use some more farce. Death isn't really a comfy discussion, but avoiding it tends to have grim repercussions. The dichotomy is too much for some people, the sureness of fate, the church and the steeple. I once read that tears that stem from emotion roll more slowly down our cheeks. Scientists say that this signals the notion we need comfort when we are too flooded to speak. Tears ask for a shoulder to rest and recover. It's clear we are built to care for each other. Now, I wouldn't call myself a morning person, but these last few years, there's been an uptick in coffin, and everyone I know has exhumed fatigue. My thoughts about death are more sad and more often, a growing fixation and morbid intrigue. I mean, where do we go, and what happens to souls? That's the thing about graveyards, they're full of plot holes. Will I be a ghost? What do you feel when you die? It's a nice headstone, man, but I was looking for more of a body high. Life isn't long and the world's unforgiving, so I have a bad habit of eulogizing the living. And it won't stop our warmth from turning to cold, but I'm glad that you're here. You deserve to grow old. To the puns up ahead and the puns left behind, to the homes that we cannot return to the ones who are bitter and the ones who are kind, life will still either bury or burn you. I don't have a pun describing true sorrow, but can't shake the feeling that all time is borrowed. My we leave this world softer than we found it. Grief doesn't shrink, but we do grow around it. Thank you.
Oh, yay!
No, not shrink.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to hear that again. I love the
Been a minute.
blowjob, the morning person, the plot holes in the graveyard, the headstone body high, all favorites. Lost in demise. So good. Yeah. Any other reflections for Carolyn?
Yeah, those are some of the most clever ones. Plot holes,
Thank
last
you.
blowjob, and like usually puns are like somehow I have angry puns. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, all of my emotions come out in puns. Very special. Yeah, I want to do jokes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take a sip of water. All right, what's up? Pretend I just got on stage. I'm from North Texas. Anyone from DFW area? No, okay. A little context about that area. There is a town up there called White Settlement.
Oh,
It's
God.
literally called White Settlement. It was
No.
settled in the 1800s. You might think it's named after like a family named White. Nope, named it that because that's where the white people live, and we've always been known for our creativity. So again, this is all this is all just context about where I'm from. A few years back, someone said, "Hey guys, it's been 200 years. It's called white settlement. We have maybe 12 or 13 people who aren't white that live here. Maybe we should change it." So they put it to a vote, and it was overwhelmingly rejected by voters. So that is, yep, that's some context. The whole area is very like higher the hair, the closer to God kind of vibes, you know, like pray with me, don't pray with me. Yeah, but it's where I grew up. It's where I learned my 3 R's, as they say, my reading, writing, and arithmetic. Also where I learned my 4 L's, which are arguably more important for a Texas woman. The 4 L's, of course, if you're not familiar, are live, laugh, love, and let me speak to the manager. Growing up there is kind of wild. A lot of those people like to name skin colors that don't exist. You guys know what I'm talking about? All the women are like, I don't care if you're white, black, brown, green, purple, periwinkle, I do not have a racist bone in my body. And the guys are like, do you want one?
Wait for it.
I need to drink first. I don't know. I can keep going. I can stop whatever. I have a million jokes. Thoughts?
Do you have any more about DFW as a whole?
As a whole,
Like as
like as a black hole that you fall into.
yeah. I hate DFW.
Yeah, I have some jokes about. Well, let's see. Are you from there? You're not from there. You're from here, but you hate it. Okay.
That's just the worst.
Yeah, kind of sense. Yeah, I have another. I don't know about this audience for this joke or not, but a lot of the people I went to high school with are having babies, which I love babies. I'm on board with that. I'm in my 30s now. The babies all look like cops. A lot of white babies kind of look like cops. Actually, a lot of white cops kind of look like babies. A little bit of a chicken and egg situation. It's like bald and reactionary.
Yes.
That's one reason my husband and I don't have kids yet. We both have light hair and light eyes, so that kid would grow up thinking it has qualified immunity. And I can't do that if y'all don't get that. It's messed up.
You'd make beautiful babies.
Yes, actually, probably will. That's just a joke. Speaking of my husband, I'll give this closing joke. He went to Baylor University. I don't know if anyone's familiar. Baylor is a private Baptist university in Waco, Texas. There's a thing there where a lot of women are like, I went to college to get my MRS degree, right? There's like a ring by spring thing where folks get engaged right around graduation. They get married right after, which I am truly not trying to judge anyone for whatever consenting adults, we love it. The thing is, do y'all know how expensive Baylor University is?
No. How expensive?
So expensive. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, absurdly expensive. And I feel like there are cheaper ways to find a husband. Like, I can think of a lot of different ways. Like, number one, put on one coat of mascara, walk past literally any military base. You'll be married in a week. Wow, that killed last night. I actually looked it up. It's actually cheaper to purchase a man online. It's cheaper. You can literally get a mail order husband. You can literally get a mail order husband for less than the cost of like one semester at it. Like primo, top of the line, like been to therapy, not allergic to your dog. Toilet seat down, what's going down. Whatever your thing is, you can find one. Or actually, if you're looking for a really cheap husband, you can go into any bar in my hometown and announce you don't have a racist bone in you. That should do the trick.
That's so good.
Thanks, y'all.
Oh man. I love the cops as babies. Yeah, that was really good. Reflections. The 4 L's, very good. Anything about live, laugh, and love, I love to harp on that.
Can't get enough.
Cool. We've got about 10 more minutes left of our evening, and I think Matt Bradshaw, DJ Big Subtle, give it up.
Yeah.
We got me there. Thank you.
All right, I tried this last time, kind of off the cuff. I asked the audience if anyone had a deck of cards, and sure enough, someone was like, "Oh, I got it in my car." And I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm doing this now."
That was his card deck.
Yes, it was a card deck. So I have a brand new deck of cards that I brought here. I'm a magician sometimes. Really, I'm an uncle, and so that's but I'm not actually going to do a trick. Maybe I'll do a trick, but I just want to do this thing. Would you mind shuffling these for me?
Sure.
Brand new deck. Give it a good shuffle.
Embarrassing.
And what I'm going to try and do that I tried last time and I want to try it again is improvise a story using the deck of cards.
Yay.
Yeah. I was in a band called Wild Child for about 8 years, and we spent a lot of time on the road and had to entertain ourselves. And this was one of the ways that we would do it. We make up stories with a deck of cards in the van on those long drives out to California, etc. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll cut it once, cut it twice. Let's do a couple of flourishes here. Here we go. Behind the back. Okay, and back up. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Once upon a time, there were 6 sisters. No, I was wrong. There were 5 of them, actually. My mistake. 3 of the 5 sisters, yes, 3 of the 5 sisters, they were looking for their king, all of them. Looking for their king. It was about 10 p.m. that night, and they decided they were going to find their king. 8 minutes after 10, they decided, you know what, this plan is pretty jacked up, so we need to come up with a new plan here. Our kings await, but we don't know where to find them. 6 minutes after that happened, they're like, hey, did y'all, hold on a second. I ate earlier, sorry, and my brain is working kind of slowly. But, okay. If this whole thing takes about 5 minutes, so I'll speed through it. They wanted to have six with their kings. They wanted to have 6 with them. They were very excited to find their king. Before they left their house, before they left their house. Sorry, is there an echo in here? It's too tense in this room. I'm sorry. They're like, we need to give our heart to the right man. Otherwise, this whole situation will be nine. Okay. 7 more minutes go by, and the sisters are like, man, I sure hope that this king gives us a diamond ring. That'd be great. I don't know why they're searching for the same man. And I don't know why only 3 of the 5 sisters are, but here we are. I'm really acing this, I think. To be continued, I think. I'm going to shift gears here. To be continued. That story is over. We're about halfway through the day. So once upon a time, there were 4 businessmen out to lunch. And no, I'm sorry, there were 5 actually. Okay, here we go. I'm using this. No, there were 6. Did you shuffle these? There were 7 businessmen out to lunch.
Oh my gosh.
Here, I'm gonna shuffle these real quick. I should just roll with it.
I have one job.
It was about 3 p.m. They're having a late lunch, and these businessmen come out in spades at lunchtime for the restaurant because they wanted to have 8 later. After lunch, they'll have 8 later. Eaten 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really jacking this up. I'm sorry, y'all. Man, if I was in Germany and I was like, "Do y'all want me to continue?" Y'all would say, "9. We don't want you to continue." Okay. Okay. To continue on this story here. Is it 7? No, it's 8:52. I'm wrong. Okay. Whew, we're almost there, y'all. Okay, so the businessmen are out to lunch for all of that time. I don't know how many of them there are anymore, but they're looking for their queen, all of them. not a king, but maybe some of them. I don't know. Okay, five of those businessmen say to themselves, "Man, I'm so glad we're at Jack in the Box because it's my favorite restaurant." Oh man. And I'll have the number 9, please. Yes, the number 9. Yes, the number 9. Man. And they're like, great. Would you like ace in your drink? Would you like ice in your drink? All of a sudden, a beautiful queen walks in, and they're all like, "Oh man, she is an 8 out of 8." Everyone in the Jack in the Box falls silent as the queen walks across the floor, and all 10 of the businessmen get up, and they're like, "Man, what a beautiful ace she has." Okay. What a beautiful face. There's an echo in here. I'm just gonna get out of here. 10 out of 10, not 8 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 3 of the businessmen approach her, and but only 2 actually speak. 1 falls silent. The woman goes walking past them before they can say anything to her. She was a true queen. And before I continue, I'm just going to stop there. So thank you all.
I did not know you were in Wild Child. Hello.
I was, yes, I was indeed. Fun fact.
No one told me. Very cool fun fact.
Give it up again for
I know.
DJ Big Subtle and former Wild Child musician. Cool. Well, if no one else has, I think that might wrap up our evening, y'all. So I want to give yourselves a big hand for showing up, doing something a little weird, a little different, a little unique. One thing that I would love to just share is that this is something new that we're trying out. This is the second one we've done, and we would love to continue to keep them interesting and different. We want to hear your ideas and your feedback. So there is a little QR code right in the back there, right by the orange cooler. You scan that with your phone and bring it up. It's a really, really quick survey, and we'd love to just hear what you thought. Some of your favorite things, ideas for improvement, and we'd love to have you at the next one. Our next one is going to be June 30th. It's the last Sunday of the month. We're doing it right here again. And the theme is going to be America. America! So we might have some states written up here. We might have some red, white, and blue weird, I don't know, I might have like a weird cutoff jean shorts, flag, tank top situation.
Made of hot dogs.
Theme. Yeah. Doing some Budweisers and just like really rocking it out for America since it's right by July 4th. So come with your puns and your good cheer and your energy like you did tonight, and we'll see you next month.
What constitutes a good pun for
Oh,
That was it.
wait, what?
Constitutes.
Constitutes! Oh my god, it's so good. It's like one of the best puns, right? That goes right over your head like that.
Such a like bold declaration.
And actually, I may, for inspiration for this, the reason why it's so prevalent is it was just the O. Henry pun off. It was like Mother's Day weekend, so it's very, very relevant. But the girl that won 3rd place was a good friend of mine, comes from New York City. Her name's Erica Etten, and she did all 50 states for her Punniest and Show prepared routine in alphabetical order. My eyes were like, my brain was melting. It was so, so good. I was just like, oh, this woman has my heart. Yeah. And I'm just going to spoil it for you. She ended it with, America. America. And I just flipped out.
That's
I
so
had to
funny.
stand. I had to walk around. I was like, Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, it was just so inspiring. So take a look out of that. If you don't follow us on Instagram, we're punspoken_event, and I'll post a recap of that and an inspiration for you for our America edition. So thanks again, y'all. Would love to chat with you a little bit. We'll probably be fixing the room up a little bit. And one more thing, just to mention to you, next door here at ColdTowne at 9:30, there's going to be a show called, oh gosh, it's blanking on. Grant, do you remember the name of that?
Like
Empty promises.
Empty Promises.
Thank you. Empty Promises, and it's gonna be a unique show. It's using like some people are in town, really talented improvisers. You know a little bit about that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So a few people who used to be the players at ColdTowne who've recently moved to LA and Chicago to pursue comedy. They're back in town. One of them is in town because he's in the new Linklater movie, and they just had a red carpet. So very talented folks over there.
Yeah, and that's
half an
kicking
hour.
off in 30 minutes. So feel free to grab a snack and a drink and hang out and chat with us before you go do that. But that is happening right after this next door. So thank you guys so much for coming. Yay.